A major hurricane is barreling toward Florida.
Up to 180 miles per hour.
And it's a Category 5, which is something that I've never heard a Category 5 actually coming onto land, but it looks like it's going to.
This is Florida, spanning approximately 66,000 square miles. It's the 22nd largest state in the U.S., but its impact goes far beyond its size. With a population of over 22 million, Florida is the third most populous state, trailing only California and Texas. Known for its vibrant beach culture, endless coastline, and laid-back lifestyle, it's no wonder that the saying, "life's a beach," resonates deeply with the Sunshine State's spirit. Economically, Florida is a powerhouse. With a GDP of over $1.6 trillion, it has the fourth largest economy among U.S. states, trailing only California, Texas, and New York. Tourism is a major driver, with iconic attractions like Walt Disney World, Universal Studios, and the pristine beaches of Miami and Clearwater drawing in over 130 million visitors each year. Florida is also known for its unique geography, with the longest coastline of any state in the continental U.S., stretching over 1,350 miles. From its rich cultural heritage, influenced by Spanish, Cuban, and Caribbean traditions, to its booming retirement communities like the Villages, Florida offers something for everyone. In today's video, we're going to share some surprising facts about Florida that you may have never heard before. We invite you to watch this video until the end to discover the fascinating truths about the Sunshine State. Number 11. AI versus Hurricane. Hurricane Helene struck Florida on September 26, 2024 as a Category 4 storm, with wind speeds reaching 140 miles per hour. The hurricane made landfall near Perry, Florida, causing significant flooding, infrastructure damage, and displacing thousands of residents. Storm surges of up to 15 feet were reported in the Big Bend region, marking Helene as one of the most devastating hurricanes to hit the area in recent history. The storm's effects were felt across multiple states, eventually weakening as it moved inland. After Hurricane Helene's devastating impact, Hurricane Milton followed swiftly, unleashing further destruction across Florida. The state, already reeling from Helene, now faces new challenges as Milton continues its path of destruction. U.S. President Joe Biden said Hurricane Milton caused an estimated $50 billion in damage as it slammed into Florida, triggering flooding and destruction, and killing at least 16 people. The United States regularly faces the destructive force of hurricanes, such as Hurricane Katrina in 2005 and Hurricane Harvey in 2017. Both of which caused catastrophic damage. However, this time, authorities implemented innovative technology to combat the aftermath of hurricanes. Maven is an advanced tool used for data analysis and decision-making, integrating information from numerous sources with the help of artificial intelligence and machine learning. Initially developed by the Pentagon for military use, Maven was designed to analyze geolocation data and satellite imagery to identify potential targets. The response to Hurricane Helene marks the first time Maven was deployed in a non-combat scenario, where it proved crucial in assessing the damage and improving response efforts. Defense officials explained that Maven enabled data from hard-to-reach or communication-limited areas to be transmitted directly to FEMA's systems, enhancing situational awareness. This allowed for quicker distribution of supplies and support by automatically highlighting critical information for decision-makers. Previously, the military had utilized similar systems for disease tracking during the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, Maven's operators are looking to refine the system for future natural disaster responses and other national emergencies. The Army is using its Maven Smart system to provide responders with the information needed to make quick, on-the-ground decisions, such as where to send medical supplies or how many truckloads of water to take into certain storm-ravaged areas. Maven's deployment during Hurricane Helene highlights the growing role of artificial intelligence in disaster management, significantly enhancing the speed and efficiency of response efforts. As AI systems like Maven evolve, their ability to analyze vast amounts of data in real time will become increasingly critical in mitigating the effects of natural disasters. This shift signals a future where technology will play a central role in safeguarding communities and ensuring faster recovery from catastrophic events. The Hidden Discovery team wishes all those affected a swift recovery and hopes they can return home soon and overcome this challenging time. Now, let's move on to our next fact. Number 10. Devil's Den. Divers entered a beautiful glowing blue cave and stumbled upon something ancient and disturbing. In the heart of Florida, tucked away near the quiet town of Williston, lies one of the most mysterious and visually striking dive spots in the United States. Known as Devil's Den, this natural wonder isn't just any sinkhole. It's a prehistoric underwater cave that holds some of the oldest human remains ever found in North America. Devil's Den is a karst formation, created when underground limestone slowly dissolved over thousands of years, leaving behind a stunning open chamber filled with crystal-clear spring water. From above, it looks like a narrow opening in the ground, but descend through that opening, and you'll enter a hidden world lit by shafts of natural light pouring in from a hole in the ceiling. The water remains a constant 72 degrees year-round, making it popular with divers and snorkelers. But what they're swimming through is more than just a geological marvel. It's a submerged time capsule. In the 20th century, while exploring the cave, researchers uncovered a chilling discovery: the skeletal remains of humans who lived more than 7,000 years ago. Alongside the bones were stone tools, animal remains, and other artifacts suggesting the cave had been used by prehistoric peoples for both shelter and burial. Some remains were found deep inside the cavern, far beyond what would be considered accidental placement. This led archaeologists to believe the site may have held spiritual or ceremonial importance. Today, Devil's Den is a well-known recreational dive site, but few visitors realize the gravity of what lies beneath. Most are drawn in by its Instagram-worthy views, the glowing blue water, the dramatic rock formations, and the peaceful silence underground. Yet just inches away, embedded in the sediment, are fragments of early human history that scientists are still trying to fully understand. What compelled ancient people to descend into this cave? Was it a sacred place, a refuge from a changing climate, or a final resting place for the dead? These questions continue to fascinate archaeologists as they analyze every detail. From the bone fragments to the cave's unusual acoustics, each dive into Devil's Den isn't just an adventure, it's a brush with the unknown. Florida is full of surprises, from theme parks and beaches to wild swamps and coral reefs. But few places rival the eerie beauty and historical weight of Devil's Den. It stands as a reminder that beneath the surface of even the most peaceful landscapes, there may lie stories thousands of years old, waiting to be uncovered. Would you dare explore it, knowing what lies beneath? Let us know in the comments and see if you can guess the name of this prehistoric portal into Florida's past. Number 9. The Vandenberg Wreck. At the bottom of the Florida Ocean, just off the coast of Key West, lies something that was never meant to end up there. A massive steel structure, dark and still, resting silently on the sea floor. To divers who descend into the blue, it appears like a ghost ship, a forgotten relic. But it was not forgotten. It was placed here on purpose, and the story behind it is as deep as the waters it now calls home. This vessel began its life in 1943, launched as a World War II-era troop transport named SS General Harry Taylor. It carried thousands of soldiers across the Atlantic and back, participating in the post-war repatriation of U.S. troops. In the decades that followed, it was repurposed multiple times, from a passenger ship to a missile tracker. Eventually, it was renamed after General Hoyt S. Vandenberg, a pioneer of U.S. air defense and the second Chief of Staff of the Air Force. During the Cold War, this ship became part of a secretive defense system designed to track Soviet missile launches and monitor space activity. Its massive radar arrays scanned the skies while its crew remained alert around the clock. But technology evolves quickly. By the 1980s, the vessel was outdated and officially retired. It sat idle for years, rusting, abandoned, waiting. That's when Florida stepped in. Visionary leaders, marine scientists, and local communities came together with a bold idea. Instead of letting this ship rot, they would turn it into something new, something only Florida would dare to attempt. In 2009, after years of preparation and environmental planning, the ship was sunk just off Key West. At over 520 feet long, it became one of the largest artificial reefs in the world. Today, it lies at a depth of about 140 feet, resting peacefully beneath the waves and serving a new purpose. Coral has taken hold of its steel frame. Fish now dart through its passageways. It is a living monument where history and nature meet. Descending into the wreck feels like stepping into another world. Radar towers are now home to sea fans and sponge gardens. Silent control rooms, once filled with Cold War tension, now shelter schools of fish. Divers move through narrow halls and open chambers, surrounded by remnants of the past. stairwells, signs, and panels, all eerily intact. The deeper you go, the more it feels like the ship remembers. So next time you think of Florida's beaches, remember what lies beneath. A Cold War giant, reborn as a reef. A steel fortress, now filled with life and mystery. Would you dive into it? Let us know in the comments and see if you can guess the name of this forgotten fortress of the deep. Number 8. The mysterious Coral Castle. Welcome to the enduring mystery of the Coral Castle, one of Florida's most puzzling and poetic landmarks. This unusual site sits quietly in Homestead, far from the chaos of theme parks and city lights, yet it captures the imagination of nearly everyone who visits. Built from enormous blocks of oolitic limestone, the Coral Castle is more than a sculpture garden. It's a riddle carved in stone. Its creator, Edward Liedskalnin, was a Latvian immigrant who arrived in the United States in the early 20th century. Heartbroken after being left by his fiancée, a woman named Agnes Scuffs, Edward dedicated his life to building something extraordinary. He called it Rockgate Park, but today the world knows it as Coral Castle, a monument to lost love and unbreakable obsession. What makes this place truly astonishing is that Edward built the entire structure alone, without modern machinery or assistance. Some of the stones weigh more than 30 tons, yet he managed to quarry, move, and position them with perfect precision. Doorways are balanced so delicately that they can be opened with the touch of a finger. Walls, chairs, tables, even a giant sundial, all are carved from solid stone and assembled with eerie exactness. How did he do it? That remains one of Florida's greatest unsolved mysteries. Edward was secretive about his methods. He often worked at night by lantern light, and no one ever witnessed how he moved the stones. Some believe he had a deep understanding of magnetism, gravity, or ancient technology. Others suggest more mystical explanations. Edward himself once claimed he knew the secrets of the pyramids. The site also features curious instruments, a telescope carved from stone, perfectly aligned with the North Star, and a Polaris viewing tube made from coral rock. These elements suggest that Edward's knowledge extended beyond basic engineering. Some researchers argue that Coral Castle is a form of sacred geometry or hidden science embedded in rock. So, next time you're exploring the Sunshine State, skip the usual stops and head south to Homestead. Walk the grounds, touch the stones, let yourself wonder. Number 7. Sponge Capital of the World. Did you know there's a place in Florida known as the Sponge Capital of the World? Welcome to Tarpon Springs, a small coastal town with a big maritime legacy. Nestled along the Gulf of Mexico, this charming destination holds a unique claim to fame, not for its beaches or resorts, but for something far more unexpected: sea sponges. The story of Tarpon Springs takes an interesting turn in the early 1900s. While the waters of Florida had long been known for their natural beauty, few realized they were also rich with commercial quality sponges, soft, absorbent, and highly prized at the time. The real transformation began when a wave of Greek immigrants arrived, many of them from the Dodecanese Islands. These newcomers brought with them deep knowledge of the sea, generations of diving experience, and the specialized skills needed to harvest sponges from the ocean floor. It wasn't long before the sponge industry exploded. Greek divers wearing heavy canvas suits and brass helmets dove deep into Florida's waters in search of this unusual aquatic treasure. By the 1930s, Tarpon Springs had become the center of the natural sponge trade in the United States and even the world. The docks buzzed with activity as boats unloaded their spongy hauls, and the town flourished with the energy of a booming industry. Sponges, though simple in form, became the lifeblood of this community. That legacy still runs deep. Today, visitors to Tarpon Springs can walk through the historic sponge docks, where boats still line the water and shops overflow with natural sponges of every size and shape. The air smells of salt and adventure, and Greek bakeries tempt passers-by with the scent of warm pastries and strong coffee. Restaurants serve fresh seafood with Mediterranean flair, and everywhere you go, you feel the heartbeat of a town proud of its heritage. For those seeking a deeper experience, sponge diving tours offer a fascinating look at how the tradition lives on. Local guides, many descended from the original Greek families, explain the diving gear, demonstrate harvesting techniques, and share the challenges of working beneath the waves. It's both educational and thrilling, a chance to see history in motion and appreciate how the ocean shaped a community. Every January, Tarpon Springs hosts the Epiphany celebration, a vibrant religious and cultural festival that draws thousands. Young men dive into the chilly waters to retrieve a wooden cross, symbolizing renewal and faith. It's a powerful tradition brought from Greece, now woven into the fabric of Florida life. So if you find yourself exploring Florida, don't just stop at the beaches. Take a detour to Tarpon Springs and discover a story that's as unexpected as it is unforgettable. The sponge capital of the world is waiting, and it has quite a tale to tell. Number 6. Shark Tooth Capital of the World. Welcome to Venice Beach, Florida, proudly known as the Shark Tooth Capital of the World. This beautiful stretch of Gulf Coast shoreline is more than just a scenic destination. It's a fossil hunter's dream, drawing visitors from around the world who come in search of ancient treasures buried just beneath the sand. While most people bring sunscreen and beach towels, many here arrive with sand sifters, mesh bags, and a keen eye for spotting the remnants of a prehistoric ocean. So why does this beach, among all others, hold such a bounty of fossilized shark teeth? The answer lies in Florida's ancient past. Millions of years ago, much of the state was underwater, forming a shallow sea teeming with marine life. Sharks, which naturally lose thousands of teeth during their lifetimes, roamed these waters in huge numbers. As their teeth fell, they sank into the seabed. Over time, sand and sediment covered them, and through a slow natural process, they fossilized, turning into the dark, hardened specimens that wash up on Venice Beach today. The geology of the area plays a big role too. Offshore fossil beds, eroding limestone, and tidal patterns all work together to uncover these long-buried teeth and carry them ashore. Venice Beach sits on the edge of what was once a deep ocean trench, rich in marine fossils from the Miocene and Pliocene epochs. That's why it's not unusual to find not just shark teeth, but also fossilized bones, raised dental plates, and even bits of ancient turtle shells. Among the most exciting finds are the teeth of the megalodon, the largest shark species ever to exist. This long-extinct predator could grow up to 60 feet long, and its teeth, sometimes larger than a human hand, are the ultimate prize for fossil hunters. Holding a megalodon tooth is like holding a piece of living history. It offers a physical connection to a creature that ruled the oceans millions of years before humans ever walked the earth. The local community embraces this unique legacy. Each year, Venice Beach hosts the Shark Tooth Festival, a fun and educational event where vendors sell fossils, artists display ocean-inspired creations, and experts offer talks on paleontology and marine science. It's a celebration of Florida's ancient heritage and a reminder of how much history lies beneath our feet. So next time you're on Florida's Gulf Coast, take a closer look at the sand beneath your toes. Who knows what piece of prehistoric mystery might be waiting to be uncovered? Adventure, discovery, and a little bit of Earth's deep past await you at Venice Beach. Have you ever visited Venice Beach or hunted for shark teeth in Florida? Share your experience in the comments, or tell us what kind of fossil you'd love to discover in the sands of this ancient shoreline. Number 5. Wrestling Gators. Welcome to the wild world of Florida's alligator wrestling, a thrilling spectacle with roots deeply embedded in Native American history. This daring tradition began centuries ago with the Seminole people, who developed techniques to catch and control alligators as part of their survival. In the Florida wilderness, understanding how to handle such dangerous animals wasn't just a skill, it was a way of life. The Seminole hunters approached these apex predators with a mix of respect and strategy. Armed with courage and knowledge passed down through generations, they learned to immobilize the reptiles using only their hands and precise movements. Originally, these techniques were used to capture alligators for food, hides, and even relocation. Over time, what started as practical survival evolved into a powerful cultural tradition, and eventually into a public demonstration of skill, discipline, and connection to the land. Today, alligator wrestling has become one of the Sunshine State's most unique tourist attractions. Shows are held across Florida, but perhaps the most iconic venue is Gatorland in Orlando, known as the alligator capital of the world. Here, skilled performers step into the ring with live gators, reenacting ancient methods with dramatic flair. Each move, from the jaw hold to the belly slide, reflects both technical mastery and deep cultural symbolism. These performances are not just for thrills, they also serve an important educational purpose. Many shows include narration explaining the Seminole origin of the techniques, the biology and behavior of alligators, and the importance of conservation. Florida is home to over 1.3 million alligators, and public awareness plays a key role in maintaining a safe coexistence. Wrestlers today train extensively to ensure both their safety and that of the animals. They learn to read body language, anticipate movement, and maintain absolute control without causing harm. The goal is not domination, but respect, showing that human skill and animal power can coexist in a delicate, dramatic balance. Modern gator wrestling also incorporates safety measures, scientific insights, and crowd interaction. Some shows now involve audience participation or Q&A sessions, making the experience more immersive. Others are staged in recreated wetland environments, complete with native plants and wildlife, offering a true taste of Florida's untamed ecosystems. Alligator wrestling is more than a stunt. It's a living tribute to Florida's indigenous heritage and to the resourcefulness of a people who made their home in the swampy wilderness. Watching it is like stepping into a story where tradition, danger, and nature meet head-on, a story still unfolding before your eyes. Having learned about the fascinating tradition of alligator wrestling and its rich Seminole roots, don't you think preserving such cultural history is crucial? Like this video and subscribe to Hidden Discovery to help others discover such amazing stories. Number 4. Tuckney Springs. Welcome to our deep dive into Florida's hidden aquatic wonders. While the Sunshine State is famous for its beaches and theme parks, few people realize it's also home to over 1,000 freshwater springs, more than anywhere else in the world. These springs are more than just water sources. They are entire ecosystems bubbling with life, history, and mystery. Number 6 on our list is the breathtaking Tuckney Springs, located in northern Florida. Picture a river so clear you can see the bottom even in its deepest parts. This is no ordinary waterway. It's a living, breathing ribbon of cool, spring-fed water that winds through Tuckney Springs State Park, a protected area spanning over 2,200 acres. The spring system flows for 6 miles through dense cypress, pine, and hardwood forests. Its water maintains a steady temperature of around 72 degrees year-round, making it a refreshing escape from Florida's heat. During the summer months, tubing down the Tuckney River becomes a beloved tradition for families, students, and nature lovers. Floating along the gentle current, surrounded by birdsong and shaded by moss-covered trees, feels like entering another world. But Tuckney is more than just a place to cool off. It's a critical sanctuary for wildlife. Endangered manatees seek refuge here in the colder months, drawn by the constant warm water. Snorkelers might encounter river otters, freshwater turtles, garfish, and other native species beneath the surface. Above, egrets, woodpeckers, and herons fill the treetops, while dragonflies dart across the surface. Beneath the natural beauty lies a human story too. Archaeological discoveries have revealed Native American artifacts, including pottery shards and tools, indicating that this land was inhabited thousands of years ago. These findings tie Tuckney to a deeper timeline, connecting today's visitors to those who lived in harmony with the springs long before the modern era. The park is carefully managed to balance recreation and conservation. There are designated access points, equipment rentals, and visitor guidelines that protect the fragile environment. Amazingly, the springs discharge over 233 million gallons of water per day, feeding into the Santa Fe River and supporting a vast regional ecosystem. Yet, despite the flow, the water remains remarkably clear, a testament to ongoing efforts in environmental stewardship. Educational programs and guided tours help visitors appreciate the spring's geological and ecological significance. Interpretive signs along the trails explain how the aquifer system works and what we can all do to preserve it. Every ticket sold helps fund preservation, ensuring that future generations can also experience this natural treasure. So next time you're in Florida, skip the long lines and discover something real. Visit Tuckney Springs, where nature, history, and pure refreshment flow together in perfect harmony. What captivates you most about Tuckney Springs? Is it the wildlife, the adventure, or its historical richness? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Let's discuss what makes this hidden gem truly special to you. Number 3. Destin Army Recreation Area. Tucked along Florida's Emerald Coast lies a place few tourists know about, the Destin Army Recreation Area. This hidden retreat isn't just a scenic getaway. It was created for those who serve. offering military families a peaceful escape on one of the most beautiful stretches of shoreline in the state. It's a military-run retreat, created to give service members and their families a place to relax, reconnect, and recharge away from the demands of duty. The site is operated by the U.S. Army Family and Morale, Welfare and Recreation Program. These programs exist to support the well-being of military personnel and their families, providing affordable access to recreation, travel, and leisure, things that can be hard to come by during deployments, training cycles, or life on base. The Destin Army Recreation Area is one of the finest examples of this mission in action. Here, visitors can stay in fully equipped cottages, lodge rooms, or park their RVs just steps from the water. The property includes a private marina on Choctawhatchee Bay, offering boat rentals, kayaking, and calm water fishing. You'll often see military families enjoying sunset cruises, casting lines off the dock, or simply sitting together by the water, moments of peace in lives often filled with uncertainty and sacrifice. Built on land that once served as a military installation, the recreation area was redesigned to meet the needs of modern service families. It reflects a growing recognition that mental health and family time are critical to military readiness. After all, taking care of those who serve means taking care of their homes and their people too. The setting itself is part of the magic. Just across the road is Destin's vibrant harbor walk, with seafood restaurants, local shops, and charter boats offering dolphin tours. A short drive away, Henderson Beach State Park offers pristine dunes and quiet trails, perfect for reconnecting with nature. Yet many guests don't feel the need to leave the property. With shaded picnic areas, a playground, barbecue grills, and a welcoming community center, everything you need is right there. The Destin Army Recreation Area isn't open to the general public. It's a benefit reserved for active duty personnel, retirees, reservists, National Guard members, and DoD civilians. That exclusivity helps keep things peaceful, even during busy vacation seasons. It also reinforces a sense of shared experience. Here, everyone knows what it means to serve or support someone who does. So the next time you think of Florida vacations, remember there's a place designed for quiet, meaningful time with loved ones, where the view is stunning and the purpose runs deep. The Destin Army Recreation Area is more than a beach escape. It's a tribute to service, a resource for healing, and a well-deserved break for those who protect us. Share this video on Platform X to reveal Destin's dunes secrets, nature's defense, rare wildlife habitats, and hidden military training grounds. Let's spread the word. Number 2. Blowing Rocks Preserve. Florida has its fair share of famous beaches, but few places are as striking or as surprising as Blowing Rocks Preserve on Jupiter Island. At first glance, it looks like a rugged piece of coastline more at home in Hawaii or California. But here, nestled along Florida's Atlantic side, nature puts on one of its most spectacular shows. What sets this place apart is its limestone shoreline, one of the largest exposed Anastasia limestone formations on Florida's east coast. Most Florida beaches are soft and sandy, but here, waves crash against jagged rock formations with force. When the tide is high and the surf is strong, water blasts through crevices in the limestone and shoots up to 50 feet into the air. It's loud, dramatic, and unforgettable, like watching a geyser created by the sea. That's how Blowing Rocks got its name. Locals and visitors alike come hoping to catch this natural performance. It's especially impressive after a storm or during rough seas, when nature shows off its power with every crashing wave. If you time your visit just right, the coast comes alive with bursts of salt spray, creating a truly otherworldly scene. But this preserve isn't just about scenery, it's also a sanctuary. Managed by the Nature Conservancy, Blowing Rocks covers about 73 acres of protected coastline. The area is home to several endangered habitats, including coastal dunes, tropical hardwood hammocks, and mangrove wetlands. These diverse ecosystems support a wide range of wildlife, from nesting sea turtles to migratory shorebirds and native plant species that are hard to find anywhere else in Florida. Walking trails weave through the preserve, taking you past seagrass beds, educational signs, and shaded picnic areas. It's a peaceful contrast to the explosive energy of the shoreline. Visitors often spot gopher tortoises, pelicans, and even manatees in nearby waters. Interpretive displays help explain how all of these species, from reptiles to reef fish, are connected through the health of Florida's fragile coastline. Blowing Rocks Preserve also plays a vital role in education. The Hawley Education Center on site offers workshops, guided tours, and hands-on exhibits about coastal geology, erosion, sea turtle conservation, and the importance of native vegetation. School groups and curious tourists alike come away with a deeper understanding of how precious and complex Florida's ecosystems really are. This place also highlights the ongoing efforts to restore and preserve Florida's natural beauty. Volunteers help remove invasive species, plant native vegetation, and monitor wildlife activity throughout the year. Their work ensures that future generations will get to experience the preserve's wild character just as it is today. So if you're planning a trip to South Florida, skip the crowds for a while and head to Jupiter Island. Visit during high tide, bring a camera, and prepare to be amazed. Blowing Rocks Preserve isn't just a scenic stop, it's a rare blend of geology, biodiversity, and raw coastal energy, a true Florida gem, hidden in plain sight. Number 1. The Yearling of Cross Creek. Marjorie Kinnan Rawlings, a celebrated American author, found her muse in the quiet village of Cross Creek, tucked between Orange Lake and Lochloosa Lake in north-central Florida. It was here, among citrus groves, pine forests, and alligator-filled marshes, that she wrote her most famous novel, The Yearling, a timeless story of love, loss, and coming of age in the rural South. Published in 1938, the novel earned her the Pulitzer Prize for Fiction in 1939, cementing her place in American literary history. Rawlings lived in a modest, cracker-style farmhouse, which still stands today. It was a simple home without modern conveniences, surrounded by the very wilds she would later immortalize in her writing. Her daily life, feeding chickens, tending to fruit trees, and hunting with neighbors, became the raw material for her fiction. She didn't merely observe the land, she became part of it. In The Yearling, the central relationship between a boy named Jody and his pet deer, Flag, reflects both the wonder and cruelty of life in the Florida backwoods. The novel is set in post-Civil War Florida, where survival depended on nature's rhythms. Rawlings captured not just the setting but the soul of the place, its people, dialects, and customs, with a vividness that only someone living it could achieve. Cross Creek offered her more than beauty. It gave her a community of hardworking farmers and fishermen, whose voices and values shaped her worldview. Rawlings earned their trust over time, often sitting on porches listening to stories. She wrote with clarity and respect, preserving a way of life that was rapidly disappearing even then. Today, the Marjorie Kinnan Rawlings Historic State Park invites visitors to step into her world. The farmhouse has been restored to how it appeared in the 1930s, complete with period furnishings and tools. Park rangers, often dressed in vintage clothing, offer guided tours that immerse guests in the life Rawlings once knew. The surrounding land, still filled with oak trees, palmettos, and singing birds, feels frozen in time. Rawlings' impact went beyond literature. As a woman in the 1930s writing about rugged life and morally complex characters, she broke gender norms in American publishing. Her success inspired other female writers to pursue bold, grounded storytelling. Today, The Yearling remains a staple in American classrooms and libraries. It has been translated into dozens of languages and adapted into a film, but its heart still lives in Cross Creek, where the pace is slow, the air is thick with history, and the spirit of Marjorie Kinnan Rawlings lingers in every moss-draped tree and quiet ripple on the lake. Have you ever read The Yearling or visited Marjorie Kinnan Rawlings' home in Cross Creek? Tell us in the comments what this story means to you, or share your favorite book that captures the spirit of a place.